Fight Night on DAZN, brought to you by that prize guy.
This afternoon, we are going to firstly hear from Mr. Frank Smith of Matchroom Boxing. Frank, we just spoke about it there on the stream. You represent Jack Catterall. This is Chance up at £147 now. A new chapter up against Harlem Eubank. Why does this fight make sense?
Look, I think it's a tremendous fight. I think, you know, as you said, domestic fights are what people buy into. It's the kind of fights that we need to make to keep the sport building in the UK. Obviously, great to be working with Nissa and Wasserman Boxing as always. You know, and when we spoke about this fight, you know, there was discussions between everyone about whether this was the right route to go, and within 2 or 3 days it was made.
Before we go any further, Frank, whose side are you on?
Don't start on me, Sam.
Can you please answer the question, Frank? It's very important.
I'm on the side of making great fights. You know obviously my dynamic in these fights.
Sam, you need to earn that badge that you're wearing. You haven't earned that.
Jamie Ward just said it's the B side. I'm happy to be the B-Tech sheriff today. Nissa's over there, the Timu Callis Island. And
deputy marshal, not sheriff.
Yeah, correct. I'm happy with being the B-Tech sheriff, but there's no sheriff arrived on that side of the table to look after you today. So I'm going to step in today. and
What does that make
be the sheriff at this table.
Why have you worn a badge?
What has he got on? I just noticed.
It's fine.
What do you make of this, Harlem? Just quickly.
I wasn't finished then. I was just saying. By the way, this is a fantastic fight.
I'm just asking him why has he worn a badge? Like, it doesn't make sense.
It makes a lot of sense to me because again, there has to be some kind of sheriff, and I'm happy to be the deputy sheriff because again,
you're not the deputy sheriff. You haven't earned that position.
The deputy sheriff, I have earned that position. He's not here today for you. I'm really disappointed. No one's managed to get Senior here. I was really looking forward to meet him, to be honest with you.
Senior,
but we're gonna have to make do. We're gonna have to make do with what's on your table.
He's a national treasure. He's not here to debate promoters or people.
I came in peace. I came in peace today. I came in real peace. But again, I feel just a side full of not disbelief. If I'm honest with you, like the colours.
I'm just asking, what is the badge about? Because everyone's trying to figure it out.
We love the badge.
Yep, £147. So I find myself in a position now where I can make 140. Obviously, the natural step would be to go to 147, but it's got to be the right fights. If the right fights come at 140 in the future, then we'll consider that. But me and Harlem spoke before. I think he was only fighting at 140 2-3 fights ago. And when it got proposed at welterweight, didn't do me a favour.
Fight 33 for you here on July 5th, headlining once again in Manchester. What makes this one, though, an important fight in the story of Jack Catterall?
You know what? It's a blessing and a privilege to be able to come back to Manchester and headline. So thank you, DAZN and Matchroom Boxing, for that. I find myself in a position where kind of my back's against the wall, coming off of defeat. I've been working on myself since the fight. I took myself to America to do a lot of sparring, come home and knuckled down to training. But it's an opportunity. So when the phone rang and they presented Harlem, it was a yes. It's always been a yes. I've never turned down any fights. But what excites me about this fight is the domestic fights. They're the fights that throughout my career where I've probably performed at my best, and the pressure's on, but I think I thrive under the pressure. And coming off of defeat, it's I've got to go in there, I've got to perform and put it on and prove that I do belong at this level.
This is the opportunity that I've been training for since I came into the sport. You know, I come in because I wanted to become world champion. And Jack is a world-class operator. He's proven it time and time again. And now is my opportunity to go in there and, you know, show people I'm ready to win a world title. And Jack is the type of fighter I need to overcome to fulfill my ambitions in the sport. And, you know, we're prepared, we're ready. You know, we know how good Jack is. This fight isn't about how good Jack is. This is about how good I am. And I'm ready to show the world.
The Eubank name flying right now. I just wonder how motivating it is for you to maintain that Eubank supremacy that we've seen of late in the ring.
Hey, we've seen it. We've seen Junior dominate. You know, a 4-point clear victory, you know, against the other kid. Eubank supremacy, you know, the name's right up there, and I'm ready to go in there now at world level.
Okay, well, that your main event then, July 5th, live here from the AO Arena in Manchester. The Warrior Code, Jack Catterall versus Harlem Eubank, a domestic dust-up to certainly look forward to with world title ambitions on the line for both men as well down the line.